Here we are with Danielle Forrester, the voice of Malice, the Shadowling, in Telepath RPG Servants of God.
Yes.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi.
So, why don't you tell us a little bit about Malice?
Okay. She is a businesswoman. She is out for Malice. She takes care of number one. She is smart. She is shrewd. She is never indecisive. She is never halting. She's never hesitant. And she's not falsely modest. In fact, she's pretty noisy about, again, how beautiful she is. She has a lot to say about that. And she's very proud of it. She's proud of her family. I mean, she's got a lot to be proud of.
What do you think of Malice as a role model for young women?
I knew you were going to go there. Okay. I have no complaints about Malice because I would rather, if a girl's growing up, I would rather her have to bring it down later in life and that life teach her that not everything is going to go her way all the time than never have the courage to try to be assertive.
So you approve of the fact that her character is not a shrinking violet?
Yes, very much so.
In spite of the fact that she is, in fact, violet. What do you think of her role in the game as comic relief?
I love that. I am hugely in favor of that because it seems like most of the time that female characters get to be comic relief, it's because they're not very bright. This kind, it's much less common and it's much more interesting, and I like flamboyant, dramatic comedy.
It's interesting you should mention that because, Malice obviously is a very sharp character, but she doesn't really understand human customs, and there are constantly misunderstandings.
Yes, that is true. But that doesn't arise from stupidity. That arises from what we're laughing at is a person or being with a worldview so completely different from ours that it looks at us and goes, okay, whatever. And that's funny to us because it brings to mind that, okay, yeah, I guess that would not make sense if you were one like us.
How would you describe Malice's worldview?
It is very simple. Can you benefit me or can you not? If you can benefit me, I'm interested. If something can lead to Malice's advancement, if something can lead to her profit margin, if something can lead to her enjoyment, then it is relevant to her interests and she pursues it. If something does not contribute to any of those things, she's done and has no interest in it.
What do you think about Malice's relationships with the other characters on the team?
Oh, I think it's lovely. One of the things that I really appreciate is that Malice never really, at least the way that I interpreted her, Malice never makes a mistake that I see a lot of characters make in go away. There's no part of Malice that ever says, leave me alone, go away, I don't want you here, you have nothing for me. There is a kind of affection for some of them that is born of finding, using that curiosity, finding things that advance me and finding things that make me, even if I have to compare myself to them and find myself better, pleases her. And I really like that about her, that she develops that willingness to form a bond, slight as it may be.